Hi YouTube, it's ScapegoatUser, and yeah, this, as the title suggests, this is another Blue Eyes White Dragon deck review. I no longer posted my recent update about 2 weeks ago or so, but well, basically I have been, if you've seen from my Skype videos, I've been doing DarkRichician84 and ScapegoatUser and MaxWarrior72, and of course having some offline Skype duels with the rest of the KCP members. And I began to feel as if my deck wasn't actually working the way it should have. I mean, some of the combos were a lot of fun and whatnot to try and do, but unfortunately, it seems that the deck just didn't feel right. Unfortunately, after that last round, I still felt there was something quite wrong with the deck. I didn't know what it was, but anyway, before I go into the deck review itself, I just want to give a big thank you to DarkRichician84 and ScapegoatUser, because I was talking to those guys a lot recently, and they actually gave me some ideas and some advice on some of the cards that I should try and run in the deck, or try and swap for. Just ideas for the deck, basically. So thanks very much, you two, and go and check out their channels, and I will post a link to the channels down below. Yeah, basically this is another Blue Eyes White Dragon deck review, and there have been some major changes, and again I'll just explain what those changes are as we go through the cards. So without further ado, let's begin the deck review. Okay, favourite monster of the deck, the Blue Eyes Shining White Dragon. I love this card right now because me and Kalo Shade found out that Red Nova Dragon and Shooting Star Dragon cannot use their negate attack abilities because it's actually a targeting effect, which means if this comes on the field and is more powerful than either of them, basically they're going to be in trouble. Of course, 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons as the main staples of the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. 3 White Stone of Legend, the baby Blue Eyes White Dragons, or baby Bluey. And basically when it's sent to the graveyard, whether it's from the hand, field or deck, it automatically adds a Blue Eyes White Dragon to your hand, and it's a level 1 tuner. MaxWarrior72, I still don't forgive you for that really evil move you did on my poor baby Bluey. I will get you back for that. Okay, 1 Prime Material Dragon, basically to negate the destruction of my monsters by discarding a card, and also to increase my life points or reflect burn damage and increase it instead. 1 Vice Dragon, the Cyber Dragon of the deck. If my opponent controls no monsters, I can special summon this. Its attack and defense values are half low. It's a dark type and it fits well with getting in Dark End Dragon, or just easy synchro summoning for level 8s. 2 Mirage Dragon, basically mini Jinzo in the battle phase. The opponent cannot activate any traps in the battle phase. 1 Delta Flyer, level 3 Dragon Tuner. Basically its effect is it can increase the level of other monsters on the field by 1. On my side of the field, sorry, by 1. So it makes it a bit easier to summon out level 5s and 7s and everything like that. 3 Mass Dragon, main engine of the deck alongside the other engine of the deck besides the White Stone. Search out dragons with 1500 attack or less when this is destroyed by battle. 1 Dread Dragon, the Sangan of the deck. When it's destroyed by battle, it automatically adds a level 3 or lower dragon type monster to my hand, and it's a level 2 tuner. For second favourite monster of all, Yubel. For protection purposes, basically the opponents will not attack me if I have her out on the field, and also her secondary ability to tribute monsters, useful if I need to get any dragons into the graveyard, or tribute white stones to add Blue Eyes White Dragons to my hand. 1 Treeborn Frog, mainly used in combo with Yubel, but often used for other purposes such as tribute purposes and such. And these 2 are the new cards to the deck. 2 Honest. I noticed my light monsters such as Mirage and that were easily getting overpowered by quite a few cards, and also same with the Blue Eyes White Dragons. As soon as you get a Shooting Star or Red Nova Dragon out or something similar, then, you know, my Blue Eyes is in trouble, because it means I can't activate the traps and that to stop it. Whereas Shooting Star and that can't negate this monster's effect, unless, of course, the opponent has an effect veiler, which I think targets the hand as well, but I'm not too sure. But basically, I've got about 12 white monsters in the main deck, and about 2 or 3 in the extra deck, so pretty good to use this card, and it can also combo with itself and whatnot. Basically, what's that Red Nova Dragon at 6,000? Are you attacking me? Oh, honestly. Go honest. I know, that was a very bad joke. Okay. Two ancient rules to help summon Blue Eyes White Dragon out onto the field. 1 pot of average to return any of my monsters back to the deck, to reuse Honest, reuse Mass Dragons, to get 3 Blue Eyes back into the deck, and then draw for +2. 1 trade-in, discard Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I automatically get 2 cards. 1 Sword of Revealing Light for stall purposes. 1 hand destruction, just to get rid of some cards for combos, such as 2 Blue Eyes for Dragon's Mirror, 2 White Stone, or just to get rid of any cards that are either dead draws or just clog up the hand that I don't need at that time. 1 Book of Moon, I was considering adding 2, but I think I'll stick with 1 at the moment unless I really need to add 2. But basically it's just for protection purposes, to flip monsters face down defense. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, I was trying to use 2, but 2 just clogs the deck, so just 1 for me. 1 Monster Reborn, to revive monsters from either graveyard. 1 Cards of Consonance, this can only combo with the White Stone of Legend, but that's perfectly fine, because discard White Stone, you get 2 from this card, and then White Stone effects activate, allowing me to add a Blue Eyes White Dragon to my hand. 1 Dark Hole, just to keep up with the formats, basically destroy all monsters in the field if needed. 1 Gold Sarcophagus, just to search out cards in the deck. 1 Polymerization, basic fusion card for the Blue Eyes. This is the biggest change here. 2 Dragon's Mirrors. Super Poly just wasn't working. It was very situational, and it was quite rare I managed to get all 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons out on the field. And even though I did try using the Return from the Different Dimension combo and Super Poly, it was still pretty tricky. And well, 2 Dragon's Mirrors are better because it keeps in with the theme of dragons, and the next card will show you why I've swapped to that. Burial from a Different Dimension, just 1 copy. Return from the Different Dimension, the trap card, was good, but it was a heavy cost to pay just to get 3 Blue Eyes back on the field, and you know, pay half your life points to do it. And also, if I had to activate it during the opponent's turn, it meant that all my dragons would be removed from play again, and I wouldn't have a chance to fuse them or whatnot, basically. So yeah, it wasn't quite working. So, but I added this one in because basically it returns 3 cards, removed from play cards, back to the graveyard, and it's perfect for me because the only 3 cards that I tend to remove at any one time is the Blue Eyes White Dragons. So basically, play Poly, then a Dragon's Mirror, play this, second Dragon's Mirror, or, you know, vice versa. Unfortunately, it means my dragons would still be removed from play if I decide to use a second Dragon's Mirror. But it actually means I can actually use 2 Dragon's Mirrors and Poly, whereas before I could only use 2 out of the 3 fusion cards. So yeah, it's a big change there. Finally, trap cards. 1 Magic Cylinder to negate attacks and inflict burn damage. This is the new change. Negate attack, negate and ends the battle phase. It's a counter trap card, so I can combo it with in a chain if needed, but just to stop attacks basically. 1 Rare Force, just to activate the battle protection in the battle phase and, you know, destroy your opponent's attacking monsters. And finally, for the main deck, 1 Call the Haunted for resurrection purposes. So that's the main deck. On to the extra deck. Obviously 3 Ultimate Dragons. Yep, just to keep in theme with the Blue Eyes. I was considering going back down to 2 with a Polymerization and Dragon's Mirror and such, but because I was going to think about maybe just 2 fusion cards, but I thought no, it wouldn't feel right. 1 you need only one to summon out the Shining Dragon, but if it's removed from play or whatever, and if I've got no way to return that, then that's not good. But 2 doesn't feel complete, but 3, it can be tricky, but I can do it. Okay, Synchro monsters now. Magical Android to gain life points, sorry. 1 Iron Chain Dragon, basically it's a level 6, 2500 attack monster, it can stand up to a Stardust Dragon, and it's a deck. I'm not keen on the deck destruction bit, as I said before, when it inflicts battle damage, but sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But just keeping in with the theme of dragons, because it's a level 6 dragon, and I'd rather use that than Embryonic and Honest Truth. 1 Exploder Dragon Wing. Smash into an opponent's monster with the same or less attack, destroy it immediately and inflict burn damage. It's an alternative to use against like some defensive monsters like Marshmallow, Raikou and Spirit Reaper and such. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, she's a light type, so she can combo with Honest. And also, just her first ability to special summon a monster with level 4 or less onto the field. Combo this often to make a level 8, sometimes with the White Stone. But basically you can't conduct your battle phase if you do that. Second ability, I don't have any field spells, so there's no point in using it, but useful if the opponent does have a field spell and you can use it against that. 1 Black Rose Dragon, just to reset the field if needed. I'm not too keen on using that effect a lot, in Honest Truth, but I'd love to use her second ability, but I think I haven't got any plants in the deck at all, so I wish I could, but unfortunately I can't. 1 Stardust Dragon, just to negate destruction effects. 1 Red Daemon's Dragon, or Red Dragon Archfiend, for attack power and also to get through any defensive monsters. 1 Dark End Dragon, just to send monsters from the opponent's field to the graveyard, get around things like Stardust Dragon and such. And finally, my favourite dragon synchro, the Light End Dragon. Basically, I attack with this, your monster loses 1500 attack when I lower this one's attack by 500. And it's also a light monster, so it can combo with an Honest. So watch out, people, if I've got this on the field, beware if there's an Honest in the hand. Oh, honestly. I know, bad joke again. But yeah, that's the edited Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. Now, I have to admit, I have not tested it as of yet against any of the KCP members or whatnot at this time, but I have actually tested it on the World Championship 2009. I know there's a few cards missing because it only goes up to, I think it's Absolute Power Force. Absolute Power Force? No, it's, no, I can't remember what booster pack it goes up to, but it goes up to before Ancient Fairy Dragon and that come out. So I've had to substitute some cards, but I have tested it out and it actually works pretty well on the DS game, so I'm pretty confident it'll probably work out well on real life duels, but hopefully I'll get some more Skype duels up so you can actually see what the new deck is like. And yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. So till with the weather conditions, I might be off again for the next couple of days, which is going to be a pain in the neck. But yeah, but what can you do with the snow and that? So till then, everybody, you take care, and I'll see you later. Bye!